The air we breathe is changing, and not for the better. Climate change, a growing global crisis, is tightening its grip on a familiar foe, asthma. This chronic respiratory disease, which inflames and narrows airways, making breathing a struggle, affects millions worldwide. Now, the warming planet is adding fuel to the fire, making life harder for those who already struggle to breathe. Asthma is triggered by a complex interplay of genetic predisposition and environmental factors. While we can't control our genes, we can influence the environment. This is where climate change enters the picture, exacerbating existing environmental threats and introducing new ones. The link between climate change and asthma is undeniable. As temperatures rise, so does the frequency and intensity of heat waves. These extreme heat events create ideal conditions for ground-level ozone, a major component of smog, to form. Ozone is a powerful respiratory irritant, triggering asthma attacks and exacerbating symptoms. Furthermore, climate change contributes to prolonged pollen seasons. Warmer temperatures allow plants to bloom earlier and for longer, releasing vast amounts of pollen into the air. For asthma sufferers allergic to pollen, this spells misery, leading to increased sneezing, wheezing, and difficulty breathing. In the face of this growing health threat, the Global Initiative for Asthma, or GINA, was established to provide a global strategy for asthma management and prevention. GINA's mission is laudable: to improve the lives of people with asthma through evidence-based guidelines and resources. However, despite its best efforts, GINA has faced significant challenges in achieving its goals. One major obstacle has been the uneven implementation of its recommendations worldwide. While some countries have made significant strides in adopting GINA guidelines, others lack the resources or infrastructure to do so effectively. Another challenge is the complexity of asthma itself. Asthma is not a one-size-fits-all disease. Its triggers and severity vary widely from person to person. This makes it challenging to develop universal solutions that work for everyone. Moreover, GINA's focus on medication, while essential, doesn't fully address the environmental factors contributing to the rise of asthma. Climate change, air pollution, and other environmental stressors require a multi-pronged approach that goes beyond medication alone. The air we breathe is becoming increasingly polluted, creating a toxic cocktail of asthma triggers. Fossil fuels, the backbone of our modern society, are a major culprit. When burned to power our cars, homes, and industries, they release a noxious mix of pollutants into the atmosphere. Among these pollutants are fine particulate matter, also known as PM2.5. These microscopic particles, smaller than the width of a human hair, can penetrate deep into our lungs, triggering inflammation and exacerbating asthma symptoms. Another major air pollutant is nitrogen dioxide, a gas produced by vehicle exhaust and industrial processes. Nitrogen dioxide is a potent respiratory irritant, causing airway inflammation and increasing susceptibility to respiratory infections, both of which can worsen asthma symptoms. Section 4. Fossil fuels, fanning the flames of respiratory distress. The burning of fossil fuels not only pollutes the air we breathe, but also drives climate change, creating a vicious cycle that exacerbates asthma. As global temperatures rise, so does the frequency and intensity of extreme weather events, such as heat waves, droughts, and wildfires. Heat waves, as mentioned earlier, contribute to ground-level ozone formation, a potent asthma trigger. Droughts, on the other hand, lead to drier conditions, making it easier for dust and other particulate matter to become airborne. These particles, when inhaled, irritate the airways and can trigger asthma attacks. Wildfires, fueled by dry vegetation and rising temperatures, release massive amounts of smoke and particulate matter into the atmosphere. Wildfire smoke can travel thousands of miles, affecting air quality and triggering asthma attacks far from the source. Section 5. A call to action, clearing the air for our health and our planet. The link between climate change, air pollution, and asthma is clear. What is less clear is how to break this vicious cycle. However, we are not powerless. We can all take steps to reduce our impact on the environment and protect our health. Transitioning to cleaner sources of energy is paramount. Solar, wind, and geothermal energy offer sustainable alternatives to fossil fuels, reducing greenhouse gas emissions and improving air quality. We can support policies that promote these renewable energy sources and invest in energy-efficient technologies in our homes and workplaces. Reducing our reliance on cars is another crucial step. Walking, cycling, and using public transportation not only reduce emissions, but also promote physical activity, which can improve lung health and reduce asthma symptoms. This is not just about individual action. It requires a collective effort. We must demand action from our leaders, urging them to prioritize policies that combat climate change, reduce air pollution, and protect public health. The air we breathe is a shared resource, and its protection requires a collective commitment. We must act now, for our health and the health of generations to come.